Do you need some video lights for your little studio setup? I'm in the corner of a basement and I've got lights that work for me, but they're really big. I'll show you a picture of what these things look like. I've got one LED light over here and then a big soft box over here. And I want to kind of condense this because I don't have a big area to work with. So let me show you what I found. I haven't seen this yet. This box came in another box, and when I opened it, I see that there is a travel case in here. So that's what I wanted to show you first off. Let me get this out of here real quick. Well, the case looks nice. Not any weird threads sticking off of it. Looks like that's well made. We'll open it up, see what's inside here. Okay. Oh, that's kind of interesting. This feels like a tripod. And it is. That's pretty nice. This comes with its own little travel case if you need to make this portable. And there are looks like two extendable sections on this. Set these aside. Does come with instructions, little user manual, bunch of T-handled screws, two transformers, this looks like a couple of goosenecks. Sorry for the crinkly paper. I'm going to cut the crinkly paper part out. Yep, that's what that is. It's two goosenecks so that you can position and angle the lights. That's pretty nice. And then these come in, they have their own little pouch. I don't know if I can get that on the camera or not, but they have their own little pouch inside here. So with these being in their own little pouch and these being in their own little pouch, I think this is going to travel well if that's something that you choose to do. And these are barn door LEDs. Now, what I like about the barn doors is you have the ability to control where your light goes. Because there's sometimes, like, that's one of the things I have right now with the big softbox. It does a good job of lighting me up, but it also lights up the wall. I'd rather have the red and blue lights on the wall than the white light. So I think this is going to help with that. Okay, well, these have a place on the back for a lithium-ion battery, but they do not include any lithium-ion batteries. It has a list in here of the batteries that it will work with: NP F550, 570, 750, and 770. But it doesn't include any in the kit, or mine doesn't have any. These don't weigh very much. Once these are set up, there's not really much need to do much movement with them other than maybe to just change the angle of the light a little bit. So let me go downstairs and set this up, and I'll be right back. Okay, this is with my existing light set up, and you can see there's quite a bit of white on the wall behind me. That's one of the things I would like to try to get rid of. I'm going to show you another camera angle. All right, this is another angle. So you can see there's a lot of white on the wall. The back wall is lit up pretty well, and I'm going to try to subdue that just a little bit. So let me get these hooked up, and I'll be right back. Okay, this is with the new lights, and I'll have to tinker with them a little bit to get the brightness and the color temperature. The color temperature is adjustable from like 2500 to 6500 Kelvin. I've got the one over here a little bit warmer than the one over here, and I'm thinking I'm going to like that. I've got a lot less spill on my back wall, or my side wall, I guess it is, and my back wall. So I'm kind of liking the way this is working out. I'll have to tinker with it a little bit to get the brightnesses or adjust the camera settings. And rather than adjust two cameras, I'll probably tinker with the lighting a little bit. There is a dual purpose knob on the back. It's the power switch and the rotary switch for turning the intensity and changing the color. So you hold the button in to turn it on. Once it's turned on, if you click it, that takes you into the color change menu, and the same rotary knob turns the intensity up and down and changes the color. You want to go back to the intensity, just click the knob again. You're ready to turn it off. You'd hold in the power button for like 2 seconds and then they go off. These do not have a remote control. My other light has a remote control. However, if you've used an infrared remote like this, my camera also uses an infrared remote. So when I tried to use the infrared remote on my light, it would change settings in my camera, which made it non-usable. So the only way I could do this was to turn the camera off, get the light set up where I wanted it, which was hard to do if you can't see what's going on inside the camera. So it made this pretty much non-usable. So you will have to turn these on and off, change your colors manually, but I don't see that as a problem. The tripod is extremely adjustable. With the gooseneck on the top of it, I've got 7.5 foot ceilings, and I was like an inch from touching the ceiling. So those things will go way up. And I think I'm going to like this because it's going to take up a lot more room. The soft box that I had in here, I was always bumping into it when I was trying to get around the corner of my desk. Like I said, this is a tiny little space in the corner of my basement. So overall, I think these are going to be pretty good. You do have the battery option if you wanted to run these portable. I didn't choose the option with the batteries. So because I'm not going to be using these portable. I will say, if you choose to use them in a portable fashion, everything's fairly lightweight. All the tripods are aluminum. The lights are indeed plastic, but they're vented well, so I don't think heat's going to be a problem. If it turns out that heat is a problem, I'll come back in my comments and leave a note later on. But for right now, I'm not even running them at full intensity. They're adjustable from 0 to full brightness, which this one is almost full bright. And then they are adjustable from 2500 to 6500 Kelvin. I think the setup is going to be light enough that it could be portable, and the case was real nice, and the fact that each component has its own section in the case, that's going to make it really nice. If you want a portable setup, you'll just need to add the batteries or have power available. For me, I like the adjustability of the barn doors. It kind of helps me keep the light from the places that I don't want it and direct it to the places that I do. I'll put a link to these down in the description if you want to take a closer look at them. It's a reasonable cost, I think, for what you're getting on these. There's quite a lot of stuff in here with a lot of adjustability and a lot of portability if you just add the batteries. If anybody made it to the end of this, I appreciate it. I'm going to throw a video up here that you might like. YouTube's going to throw one down here that you might like. I'll catch you in one of those, or I'll catch you down the road.